Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Namo tassa bhagavato arahato samma sambuddhassa. Good afternoon, everyone. Today we will learn the last occurrence of karma-born matters. Actually, we have four causes of arising of matter. The first one is the karma. Karma-born matters, page number 256. So last week we talked about the rising occurrence of karma-born matters during the rebirth linking rebirth linking. Karma-born matters cease together with death consciousness. So actually we have to understand this one, the first one. So material phenomena, born of karma, they cease together with death consciousness in this life. So first of all, we have to understand this one. So the material phenomena, born of karma, so as they are material, if they are matter, they have 70 mind movement, right? 70 mind movement. So their lifespan is 70 mind movement. So they cease together with the death consciousness. For that reason, it no longer arises at the stage of presence or the 70 consciousness, reckon backward from the death consciousness. So actually, the material phenomena, born of karma, they arises for the last time, so together with the death consciousness. So as it is a 70 mind movement, so we have to count 70 mind movement. So reckon backward from the death consciousness, 70 consciousness. I think it's better to learn with the chart. It will be quite clear. So this is the last thought movement. As you all know that, according to Abhidhamma, death consciousness. After death consciousness, rebirth linking consciousness arises. There's nothing in between. No time and space in between. So actually, karma-born material phenomena, they cease. What is it? They cease together with the death consciousness. No, sorry, no battery. Tap dummy. This one?
It's not working.
Okay. Sorry. Sorry, this one is not working. You have it?
Upstairs they cannot.
Oh, okay. Okay, so actually my pointer is not working. Here, I think you can see the depth consciousness, right? So the material phenomena of born or karma, they cease together with the depth consciousness. So that is the last moment they arise. Sorry, they cease. So we have to know the arising of material phenomena born or karma. So the matter has 70 moment. For that reason, so we have to reckon 70 from the death, reckon backward from the death consciousness. Then you can count 1, 2, 3, 4, 7, 5, 70. So you can look at this one, the past bhavanga. So this is a 70 mind moment. 70 mind moment if you reckon from the death consciousness. So that means the material phenomena, born or karma, arises the last time in this life. This will be the last time. It will arise in the past as a past bhavanga. So that is a material born material. Karma born materials, karma born matters. So the karma born matters, they arise at the moment of past bhavanga for the last time in this life. Then after 17 mind moment, the death consciousness, at the time of death consciousness, those karma born matters cease together. So that is a how to say that? According to Abhidharma, karma born matters arises as a past bhavanga. So that means 70 mind moment before that consciousness. But karma born matters, they sit together with the death consciousness. Okay? So after that, there is no material phenomena born or karma. As far as this life is concerned. Okay? So this is the last occurrence of karma born matters. I think something wrong with the system. The sound is not not normal one. Okay, you understand? So actually we have a 4 causes of matter. So actually the karma born material, they arises the first moment with the rebirth linking consciousness in this life. So karma born materials, they arise as soon as rebirth linking consciousness arises in this life. This is the first time karma born material arises. So karma born materials in this life, they cease together with the death consciousness. Together with the death consciousness. After death consciousness, there will be no more material phenomena produced by karma. Right? Then, so this is the last karma born matter cease together with the death consciousness. So that means karma born matter, they arises for the last time in this life. So at the moment of past bhavanga. So if we reckon from the death consciousness as a 70 consciousness. Understand? Okay. The next one, the last occurrence of consciousness born matters in this life. We are talking about in this life. Consciousness born matters occur at the stage of presence of death consciousness for the last time. But here, we have to remember that the consciousness is the strongest at the moment of arising. That's very important. Arising or present. At the moment of present. I think I have to check the book this way. Page number 256. Page number 256. The last paragraph. Come upon material phenomena that arose earlier occur till the death moment, then cease. Following that, the consciousness-born and nutriment-born material phenomena come to cessation. Thereafter, a continuity of material qualities produced by temperature persists as long as it can be called a cause. Actually, comprehensive manual of Abhidhamma Sangha just mentioned briefly. So actually, according to commentary explanations, consciousness-born matters, so they occur at the stage of present. Actually, it's not at the place of present, arising. At the stage of arising for the last time. So here, you look at this one. You can look at this one, the death consciousness. Actually, consciousness-born matter, right? I'm quite really so sorry. So sorry, please wait for a while. Messiah, any idea? So here, we have to remember that how to say, material, the mind is strongest at the moment of arising. The mind is strongest at the moment of arising. The material phenomena or matters are strongest at the moment of present. So we have to keep it in our mind. But here, normally, material phenomena born of consciousness arises at the moment of arising. So arising means the arising of that consciousness. Arising of that consciousness. So, the material, even though the material, the material phenomena born of consciousness arises at the arising moment of that consciousness in this life for the last time. So that means even though it arises for the last time, so the lifespan of the matter born of consciousness has 70 mind moment. So we have to reckon, so we have to count 70 mind moment from the death consciousness. Death consciousness and rebirth consciousness. Then we have 50 life continuum, stream of Bhavanga. So altogether 70. So that means the material phenomena born of consciousness, they cease at the moment of 50 Bhavanga Cheda in next life. Next life, not this life. Actually, the material phenomena born of consciousness arises for the last time in this life at the moment of death consciousness. Even the death consciousness, we have a 3 sub-moment: arising, present, and dissolution, right? So the consciousness is strongest at the moment of arising. So that means the consciousness, the matter produced by consciousness arises at the arising moment of death consciousness for the last time in this life. Then it will keep on up to 70 mind moment. So 70 mind moment is 50 stream of Bhavanga in next life. So only then material phenomena born of consciousness cease. You got it? Yeah. Anything to say?
My understanding is every chitta will have a staja rupa, an arising moment.
Yeah, you're right. Yeah.
So we read some rupas, except Pasisati. Pasisati is not staja rupa.
Yeah.
And the Chuti rupa, Chuti chitta will not have what you call the staja rupa only for Arahant.
Yeah, you're right.
So actually by reading the way you know that actually even at the death consciousness you also have the staja rupa.
Yeah.
I see.
Yeah. For Arahant, there's no next life. For him, there's no, Chetaja Rupa. So the Chetaja Rupa, the material phenomena born of Cheta, cease at the moment of death consciousness for Arahant. So actually what we are talking is not for Arahant, for normal people. Because we have craving for next existence, so after this life, and we have a new life. Even though material phenomena are born of Cheta, actually normally I use in English, Chetaja Rupa. Actually it is better to use in English, in Pali. Chetaja Rupa arises at the arising moment of death consciousness in this life. Death consciousness in this life. So as we still have another life, so material phenomena born of Cheta continue up to next life. So we have to count 70 mind moment from death consciousness. Death consciousness, rebirth consciousness, and we still have another 50 stream of Bhavanga. So the material phenomena born of Cheta, they cease at the 50 Bhavanga in next life. Then I hope it is clear, right? So that is the last occurrence of consciousness born matters. The last occurrence. So even though we die in this life, the material phenomena produced by our mind still continue up to next life. But of course, for Arahant, there will be no more, material phenomena born of Chaita. For the rest, including non-returner, right? Non-returner. Okay? In the case of karma-born matters, so they cease together with the death consciousness. They cease together with the death consciousness. Then after that, actually, new karma-born matters, next life. The next one, the less occurrence of nutriment-born matters. The nutriment, actually here, nutriment is material phenomena. Nutriment is rupa. It is the strongest at the moment of present. Right? We have to understand this one. So the nutriment-born matters can arise at the dissolution moment or death consciousness for the last time. For the last time. So therefore, it ceases at the second set moment or the 60 life continuum in a new life. So I will talk about it like this one by looking at this one. But here you can see this one. The nutriment-born matters, they cease at the dissolution set moment of death consciousness. Dissolution means arising, presence, and dissolution. So nutriment-born matters, they arises for the last time in this life at the moment, set moment of dissolution or the death consciousness. Then we have one that self-consciousness. So we have to count. We have to count another 70, right? Another 70. But here you can look at from rebirth linking consciousness. This is number 1. Then we have another 60 bhavanga, altogether 70. So the nutriment-born matters, they cease at the moment, at the dissolution moment of 70 bhavanga. So even though we die, the material phenomena born of nutriment in our body, it will continue up to 60 bhavanga in this life. So this is the last occurrence of nutriment-born matters. I think the Sutta just simply say, very simple. What the Sutta says is very simple. Abhidhamma make it very refined. So I think, I hope you understand. Understand? Regarding with the temperature-born matters, it persists until the body turns into dust. So until the world is totally destroyed. So that means, so even though you die, your body is produced by temperature, cold and heat. Even though you die, your body still persists. So it will temperature-born material, temperature will be, cause your body until it turns into dust. Right? It turns into dust. So that means temperature will condition your body until the world is destroyed. But of course, if the world is destroyed, there will be no more dust. Nothing more. All will be destroyed. So that is a temperature-born matters. Even though we die, so those temperature matter will still persist. So these are the last occurrence of 4 causes of matter. So here I think we have learned in this session, we have learned that the origin and the first occurrence of 4 causes of matter. And now we are learning the last occurrence of 4 causes of matter. So Kamabon matters, so they cease together with death consciousness. So for that reason, we have to we have to count, we have to reckon backward to have a 17 mind moment. Then you reckon backward, so that is the best Bhavanga. So at the arising moment of past Bhavanga, so karma-born material phenomena, they arises for the last time. They occur for the last time. Then after that, no more. Then it will continue from past Bhavanga to up to death consciousness. So the matter produced by karma, they cease together with the death consciousness. So that is the first one. And second one is the consciousness-born matters. So consciousness-born matter, they arises at the arising moment of death consciousness. For the last time, they arises. So the matter produced by consciousness, they occur or they arise for the last time in this life at the arising moment of death consciousness. At the last time they arise. Then we have to count for 70 mind moment. Then death consciousness, 1 mind moment. Then rebirth linking. Then we have another 50 Bhavanga. Altogether 70 mind moment. So that means the matter produced by consciousness, they occur up to 50 Bhavanga in this life. Then together with 50 Bhavanga, it ceases. So that is the last occurrence of consciousness-born matters, right? But regarding with the nutriment-born matters, the nutriment is material phenomena. It is strongest at the moment of presence. At the moment of presence. For that reason, the material phenomena born on nutriment, so they arise at the present moment of death consciousness. That is the last time they arise in this life, but it will still continue. Even though we die, the matter produced by nutriment still continue up to 60 Bhavanga. 60 Bhavanga. So that is the last occurrence of nutriment-born matters. But in the case of temperature-born matters, so it will continue to produce until our body turns into ashes, until the world is destroyed. So that is the last occurrence of temperature-born matters. Okay? Question? Okay. Can you please use microphone?
Does it mean that when a person dies in the sense that we know it, stop breathing and so on, temperature-born matter will still be produced?
Yeah. Actually we are talking about the body of matters. Even though you die, even though you take another life, your body will be stay there. The temperature, cold and heat will continue to condition your body. Yeah.
So it will continue until such time that the dead body is being disposed of, whether it is buried until it dies or it is cremated until cremation.
Even though it cremated, we still have it. Stay have it. Sometimes after cremation, we perform sea burial, right? And you put it into the sea, but your ashes will stay conditioned by the water element, like this, until the world is destroyed. Okay. Yeah. Does not disappear. It will stay persist. Yeah, whatever form. Yeah. Actually, that is, I think, idiomatic expression. This, maybe our temperature for matter maybe disappear even before the world destroyed. For that reason, actually, Abhidhamma Sangha just mentioned briefly. So here, thereafter, a continuity of material qualities produced by temperature persists as long as it can be called a corpse. A corpse. That body. So even though that body, it will stay conditioned by the weather, etc. But the commentary of Abhidhamma Sangha explained that it doesn't mean that a body, that body, it will be produced, temperature for matter produced until the world is destroyed. So that means even though that body is, how to say, so there will be material born matters produced by temperature. Yeah? Until it turns to the dust.
And this material, this temperature born matter, and this temperature born
Matter, yeah.
actually is only of heat.
Only?
Okay, so when the body dies,
Yeah.
the corpse and then it begins to rot. Because the temperature, still continues. Temperature still continues to work, it works the body.
Yeah.
Right? And then even if the body turns to after cremation, it becomes powder.
Yeah.
But when it's formed, there is still temperature.
Stay temperature for matter. Yeah, yeah, yeah.
And that matter at that time consists of the 8 inseparables.
I think so, yeah. Eight inseparable and also the fire element, etc. Stay, the matter is stay there. So maybe the dino. The matter still exists. But different form, yeah. Yeah, yeah.
Our mind remains as it is.
Yeah, you're right. For that reason, Hinduism believe that soul, right? What they believe is the soul is permanent entity. It does not die. It moving one life to another. But he just left the old body and take the new body. But when the Buddha appeared, the Buddha said that there is no such a thing as a soul or self. Everything is impermanent, even the mind. The mind is not soul, the body is not soul. Rises, passes away. So what the Buddha said is, a consciousness of the mind arises, passes away. I think if we look at the chart, you can see that one after another, right? Then death consciousness, then rebirth consciousness.
Okay, is it that that's why during meditation we can see our previous life? Can I think that?
Maybe we can say that. Yeah, because we can trace, how to say, the continuity of mind process. Okay. Then, so this is for sense-sphere realm. For the sense-sphere realms. For the beings, having a spontaneous birth, upapadika, just like a devas and some of the petas. So their physical bodies disappear as soon as they die. It's not like the earthborn earthborn beings and worm-born beings. So for the being, just like the deva and petas, as soon as they die, their body disappear. There's no physical body. So that is one of the, for them, there is no temperature-borne matters. Okay? Actually, this part is very refined. I think we can understand what Buddhism talk about the first occurrence of material phenomena in this life, and the last occurrence of material phenomena in this life. For that reason, even for Puthojana, for other than Arahant, and all the beings, so karma-born material phenomena disappear at the moment of death consciousness. Then after that, as we have a craving toward new existence, then our material phenomena born of karma still continue. But in the case of Arahant, no craving for new existence. As soon as they die, the material phenomena born of karma die not. So that is the difference between Arahant and other people. Then page number 257. For those who want to know more about all these, you can read handbook called Abhidhamma Studies by Sayadaw U Silananda, volume 2, page number 378. The continuity of matters. In other words, we can say that material process, rupa viti. So that's to the deceived beings, again in its subsequent life, in the next life, material phenomena arise starting from rebirth linking. So material phenomena arise starting from rebirth linking. So in the same way the material phenomena produced by karma arises at the arising moment of rebirth linking consciousness. Then material phenomena born of Cheda arises at the arising moment of the first Bhavanga. The nutriment-born matters arises so at the present moment of rebirth linking consciousness. And at the moment of the contact between external and internal essence of the nutriment. Then temperature-borne matters arises at the moment of arising moment of rebirth linking. So the same thing, so it will continue one life after another. So that is called the continuity of matters. So for that reason, not only in comprehensive manual of Abhidhamma and in the Sutta as well, so like the flame of a lamp, the stream of a river, the water in the river flow on. the stream of the flame of a lamp, continue until it died off, until there is no wax and no oil. So if we do not have a craving for next existence, then that continuity will be break down. That is, we stop samsara. We stop samsara. But here, samsara means continuity of material and mental phenomena. That is samsara. So in the five, what we have taught is a sense-sphere realm, kama vachara rupa. In the five material realm, rupa loka, so the decades of nose. Actually, we have 10 material phenomena in the nose group, and decades of 10 body and sex. The material groups produced by nutriment are not formed. So here, page number 257, in the five material realm, so actually we have learned in the third chapter, even though they have nose, even though they have tongue and body, they do not have nose sensitivity. They do not have tongue sensitivity, they do not have body sensitivity. So also, we cannot call them female or male because they don't have sexual phenomena. So in the five material realm, five material phenomena are not available. No nose sensitivity, no tongue sensitivity, no body sensitivity, no sexual phenomena. So actually here we talk about according to klapa, according to group. So the decades of no, tongue, body and sex, the material groups produced by nutriment, and also the material group produced by nutriment. But nutriment, so as a Brahma, they do not eat. They don't have a tongue sensitivity. They are not eating. They sustain with the bliss of jhana. No need to eat. No need to eat. Even here, some people, they can meditate for many days. They don't need to eat. They sustain with the jhana. Therefore, to the Brahma, at the time of rebirth linking, so there arise four material groups produced by karma. I hope you still remember 9 groups produced by karma. Nose, decades of nose decade, 10 body, and 2 sexual decades, right? Decades, altogether 5. Then they have produced by karma. So here we still have another four material group born of karma. So that is eye decade, ear decade, and heart-based decade, and vital node. So these are 4 material groups produced by karma. Only available those ones. But during at the time of rebirth linking, right? So as a human being, normally when we conceive in the mother's womb, only three decades, right? Body decade, heart decade, and vital heart, body, heart, and sexual phenomena. But here, in the case of Brahmas, only 4 material groups produced by karma. eye, they will have an eye, they will have ear, heart base, and vital nerves. Vital nerve is very important for them. So during the course of existence, that means after rebirth linking, material phenomena produced by consciousness, temperature are formed. You know, we have a 6 material group produced by consciousness. We have a 4 material groups produced by temperature. During the course of existence. So that means, during the course of existence, 4 material groups produced by karma, and also material groups produced by consciousness and temperature arises. But material group produced by nutriment are not available because they are not eating. The Brahmas are not eating, no nutriment. Right? So here, if we look at this explanation, we can understand that we have 28 matters. So man 28. So as a Brahma, there's no node sensitivity, there's no node sensitivity, no time sensitivity, no body sensitivity, no true sexual material phenomena. 5, right? So they have 23 matters. In the 5 material realm, only 23 matter. Question? Right? Okay, let's go. Then in the non-percipient realm, Asinya Sata. In the non-percipient realm, at the time of rebirth linking, there arise only the vital nonad. Vital nonad, Jivita Nawaka. So vital nonad means light faculty and 8 inseparable matters, altogether 9. So actually their rebirth linking is not consciousness. Their rebirth linking is matters. That's very important because in non-percipient, in Asinya Sata, there is no mind, just only the material phenomena. So at the time of rebirth linking, there's only 9 material phenomena. At the time of rebirth linking, only 9 material phenomena can occur. So that means light faculty, the 8 inseparable matters. During the course of existence, only 3 material matters occur. Number 1, the vital nonad, so that is born of karma. And we have another 2 material groups, born of temperature. Number 1, the pure octet. So here pure octet means the 8 material phenomena, the 8 inseparable matter. Number 2, the lightness triad and decad. So that means lightness triad and decad means the lightness triad and also 8 inseparable matters. So altogether 11. So only 2 material group born of temperature can arise. There is no other. There is no material groups born of consciousness because they don't have a consciousness. There is no material group born of nutriment because they are not eating. So even man, the 4 material group born of temperature, only 2 groups can arise. So there is no. So the other 2 cannot arise. So the other 2 are connected with the sound. They are not making sound. They are not talking. So that is a non-percipient realm. So I think we can conclude here. matters available in each realms. In the 6 sphere realms, all 28 matters are available. Number 2, in the 5 material realms, only 23. So as I said earlier, there's no sensitivity, there's no time sensitivity, body sensitivity to sexual matters in the 5 material realms. For that reason, only 23 matters are available. Actually, it's not mentioned in the comprehensive manual of Vedanta. You can take note. So we just, summarize the number of matters by looking at previous section. Then in the non-percipient realms, there's only 70 matters can arise. So light faculty, 8 inseparable, altogether 9, and light triad, 12, and we have 5 matters that are not included in the material groups. Kalapa mode. So that is the space element and space element, and we have a 4. We have continuity, decay, impermanent. Space element and 4 characteristics of matter. 4 characteristics of matter: protection, continuity, decay, impermanence. So these are the 5 matters that are not included in the material groups. So altogether 70. So 17 matter are available in the non-percipient realms. So there is no material phenomena in the immaterial realms because there's no matters in that realm, only consciousness. So this is the matters available in each realms. Okay? Question? So I think now we finish Rupa. We finish Rupa. So as we have learned that we have 4 ultimate realities. Number 1, consciousness, Cheda. Number 2, mental factor, Chedasika. Number 3, Rupa, matters. Number 4, Nibbana. So these are ultimate realities. So the rest are not ultimate realities. Now let's study Nibbana. Nibbana, page number 258. 258. Nibbana is Lokottara, supramundane. It is beyond mundane. Actually, when we talk about mundane, it's really confusing. It's beyond the world. It's transcendence. It transcendental state. It's called supramundane, Lokottara. Because as long as you are experiencing 3 existence, sense sphere, 5 material, immaterials, you cannot experience the bliss of Nibbana. Is beyond that. That's called Lokottara. It is to be realized by the knowledge of 4 paths. So that means when you attain the Magga, we have 4 types of Magga. So it is realized only by Magga. Actually, page number 258, you can see page number 258. So this is a definition. We are talking about definition of Nibbana. What is Nibbana? Nibbana is supramundane. It is realized by four paths, the knowledge of four paths. So when you attain Sotapaddi Magga, then you can realize Nibbana. And when you attain the higher path, you can realize Nibbana. It is the object of the path, Magga and the fruit. The object, something you can experience. So actually, it can be experienced. It is we can touch with our mind, not normal mind, but the path and four path and four fruits, Magga and Phala. It is called Nibbana because it is a departure from craving. Tanhaya Nikantata. So Nibbana can be, the word Nibbana can, according to according to Bidamata Sangaha, Nibbana can be divided into two words. Ni, wana. Wana is craving. Ni is departure. Nikanda. Departure from craving. So if you can departure from craving, then you attain Nibbana. If you departure from Singapore, you can leave Singapore. Like this. If you can leave craving, then you will arrive Nibbana. So actually, the craving is the opposite of Nibbana. So as we all know that, we will treat about craving. Actually, we will learn in Sutta class. So I think here, should I explain a little bit? Three types of craving. As long as we still have a craving, we cannot experience Nibbana. So the craving, three types of craving. Number one, Kamatana. So Kamatana means craving thing that you can see with your eye. And then actually the craving that you can experience with your senses, eye, ear, nose, tongue, body, and the mind. If you have craving connected with those senses, then that is opposite of Nibbana. If you do not have a craving regarding with connected with the senses, that's Nibbana. Even though you see, if there's no craving, then Nibbana. But as a Puthojana, for normal people, temporary Nibbana. Temporary Nibbana. Not real one, temporary one. So here, according to, actually this is in according with the commentary explanations. It's not according to Pali Canon. Actually, according to Pali Canon, the word Nibbana comes from Nibbayati. Nibbayati means distinguish, or the fire. Actually, in Pali Canon, the Buddha gave the simile of fire many places. So we have a fire of greed, fire of hatred, fire of delusion. If those fire extinguish, that is Nibbana. So for that reason, if you can extinguish the fire a little bit, you are a little bit closer to Nibbana. If you can extinguish fire a lot, you are closer to Nibbana a lot. If you can extinguish those fire, three fire, Lobha, Dosa, Moha. For that reason, I think in Buddhism, to understand Lobha, Dosa, Moha is very important. If you understand, you understand something that is opposite of the Nibbana. If you can remove them in your mind, you are close to Nibbana. So actually, the Buddha also taught, but I normally quote what Venerable Sariputta said. So one of the wanderer from another sect asked Venerable Sariputta, people say Nibbana, what is Nibbana? So Venerable Sariputta said that Nibbana is devoid of Lobha, Dosa, Moha. It's quite clear. If you understand Lobha, Dosa, Moha, you understand the opposite of Nibbana. If you can reduce the amount of Lobha, Dosa, Moha, you are closer to Nibbana. If you can depart from craving means, another name for Lobha, Dosa, Moha. If you can depart from craving, that's Nibbana. That's also very beautiful explanations. But according to commentary, the commentary explain the positive way, positive and cannot say positive and negative. So that means negative sense and positive sense. So here, this is in accordance with the commentary explanations. So the author of Bidamata Sangha take it from commentary, departure from craving. So that is from negative point of view. So if you can depart from craving, then you attain Nibbana. But in the case of the Buddha explanations, we have a lot of fire in our mind, fire of greed, fire of hatred, and fire of delusion. If those fire extinguish in your mind, then very peaceful. The bliss of Nibbana is explained a positive way. Okay, so there is a explanation regarding with the Nibbana. Question? We have learned what is Lobha, what is Dosa, and what is Moha, right? It's up to us. If we practice, then we can experience Nibbana, the bliss of Nibbana. Anyone can experience the bliss of Nibbana. Though Nibbana is onefold, only one according to its intrinsic nature, the bliss of happiness and peace. Even though there's only one in terms of nature, by reference to a basis for distinction, so it is twofold. Number one, the element of Nibbana with the residue remaining. In Pali, sa ubbari sesa Nibbana dhatu. The element of Nibbana with the residue. Here, actually, we have to understand a basis for distinction. How to distinction between two. So here, we have in terms of a base for distinction, we have two type of Nibbana. So we trying to make distinction between the present or absence of five aggregate. We have five aggregate. So one Nibbana element is the presence of aggregate. Then another element of Nibbana is the absence of five aggregate. So five aggregate is nothing but physical and mental phenomena. Okay? Then, the first one, the element of Nibbana with the residue remaining. So here, residue means it refers to aggregate. So you attain Nibbana even though you still have 5 aggregate, body and mind. But the commentary explain so such type of Nibbana as a extinguishment of defilements. Arahant, so noble persons, so they extinguish defilements even though they still have 5 aggregate. So that is called the element of Nibbana with the residue remaining. Saupadisisa Nibbana Dhatu. Next one is the element of Nibbana without residue remaining. So actually this is a without residue means actually commentary explained that the extinguishment of the aggregate. So Nibbana element attained by Arahant. Attained by Arahant. So after they die, there's no more aggregate. Not only physical, but also mental. No mental and physical aggregate. So that is called the element of Nibbana without residue. So in the case of the Buddha attained the first element of Nibbana under the Bodhi tree. He trying to extinguish all the defilements in his mind, but he still have a 5 aggregate. But the Buddha died at the moment in the Kusinagara. So that is called the extinguishment of the aggregate. No 5 aggregate. That is called Nibbana element without residue. Understand? Okay. Actually, in commentary explanation is very clear. So extinguishment of defilements. So when you extinguish the defilements, you attain Nibbana. You can experience the bliss of Nibbana. Then finally, when you die, when Arahant died, and when the Buddha died, that is called the extinguishment of the 5 aggregate. Actually, the aggregate, 5 aggregate, is a very, very heavy for them. Because we do not understand, as a normal person, we do not understand how heavy these 5 aggregates are. So these are two types of Nibbana. According to different aspects, it is threefold. Number one, it is called Sunyata, void or emptiness, because it is devoid of greed, hatred, and delusion. Nibbana is called Sunyata, emptiness, because empty, there's devoid of greed, hatred, and delusion. In other words, it is devoid of all the things that are conditioned. So Nibbana is unconditioned, asankhata. So in terms of different aspects, Sunyata, emptiness. Second one, it is called Animata, signless, because it is free from the signs of greed, hatred, and delusion, based on Lobha, Dosa, Moha. This is also commentary explanation. From free from signs of all conditioned things. That's called Animata. Another one is, it is called Apanihita, desireless or cravingless, because it is free from hankering of greed, hatred, and delusion. It is not desired by craving. That is called Apanihita. So in terms of intrinsic nature, Nibbana has only one taste, the bliss of happiness or peace. So in terms of a basis for distinction, two types of Nibbana. The Nibbana element with the residue remaining, another one without residue remaining. Internal aspect, three aspects. Sunyata, void or emptiness, animata, signness, apnihita, desireless or cravingless. It is not desire by craving. So that is Nibbana according to Abhidhamma Sangha. So actually, in many discourses, the Buddha explain different way about lobha, dosa, moha. So the opposite of Nibbana is lobha, dosa, moha. If you can reduce lobha, dosa, moha, you are closer to Nibbana. Closer to Nibbana. But contrary to that, for normal people, so we are trying to increase in lobha, dosa, moha. So sometimes we are happy because of lobha, because of moha, because of dosa, sometimes happy. But after happiness, a lot of unhappiness follow, because that is how to say, not real happiness. So what the Buddha taught is the ultimate happiness, that is Nibbana. If you do not have hunger with the lobha, hunger with the dosa and delusion, that's real Nibbana. If you no longer have any craving, any attachment regarding with what you see, what you hear, etc., then you will attain Nibbana. Even desire to touch the bliss of meditation, that is a type of craving. But of course, jhana is good, but sometimes we crave for it. That's also not good. That's also lobha. So as long as we still have a craving, we cannot attain Nibbana. So for that reason, in the Four Noble Truths, the original suffering is craving. Nibbana is called dukkha nidora. Dukkha nidora means cessation of all suffering. And the Buddha explained dukkha nidora as reminderless fading away or reminderless cessation of craving. That is Nibbana. Actually, different terms, it explains different terms, but the meaning is the same. So actually, first of all, when we are studying Abhidhamma, we must understand what is lobha, and what is dosa, and what is moha. That's very important. If you understand three words, then you will understand Nibbana. Nibbana is opposite of those three. Right? And look at page number 260, page number 260, the last one. And the last paragraph summary. Great seers who are free from craving, actually that me, Arahant, and the Buddha, declare that Nibbana is an objective state which is deathless. Nibbana is called deathless. So that means when you do not have craving for existence, there will be no more existence. Just like Arahant and the Buddha, they do not have a craving for any existence. Then, as they do not have any craving for existence, and there will be no more existence. If no more birth or rebirth, then no more death. So that is called deathless. Absolutely endless. Of course, the end of suffering. Unconditioned by many causes, especially 4 causes: karma, consciousness, and temperature and nutriment. So unconditioned by those causes, and surpass. So that is Nibbana. These are the quality of Nibbana. Another name for Nibbana. So actually in the Pali Canon, we also have many names about Nibbana. More than 50. More than that, maybe about, as far as I know, it's more than 50. So about Nibbana will be explained in the Sutta, comprehensively, using the many suttas. So for the time being, we have to understand what Abhidhamma Sangha say about Nibbana. It defines departure from craving. So we have 3 types of craving, right? So departure from craving. So if you can departure from craving, then you attain Nibbana. That is Nibbana. You stay away from craving, that's Nibbana. Then 2 types of Nibbana. So that means distinguishing all defilements. Even though they still have a body and mind, then they destroy defilements. That is the first Nibbana. And second one is by the time they die. Not after they die, no? By the time they die. That is the last Nibbana. The element of Nibbana without residue remaining. So actually here, I think people misunderstand that after Arahant or the Buddha died, they experience the bliss of Nibbana. It's not so. The Buddha clearly said that after they die, no more. But of course, people are afraid that. But they want to have another existence after they die. There is a craving. Because of that, they have a rebirth. They rebirth again. Okay, question? Any question? Okay, big first, yeah. Sorry? Pata Mechuta. Ichandan. Pali is Ichandan. Nibbana is endless. Absolutely endless. Endless means, actually I think there's no end. No end means when we were born this life and we die. So that consciousness is our end. Right? But when you attain Nibbana, no rebirth. For that reason, no end again. No death consciousness. Endless. Ichutan. There's no more rebirth. There's no more death. Actually, it is the same as the deathless. But here, endless means we were born here, that is the beginning. Then we were dying, that is the end. But when we attain Nibbana, then there's no rebirth, there'll be no death. Yeah. Okay, question?
What is the objective of the consciousness having the 15?
This you.
What is the objective of the consciousness after death, right? Whereby it's after the 15 Avanga then it ceases. The objective is it because the consciousness is still still present? Is it because for in the next, like you mentioned that, okay, the consciousness will not cease until the next 15th moment?
Oh, no, not consciousness. The consciousness ceases at the moment of that consciousness. But the matter produced by consciousness continue. Not the consciousness. Consciousness cease together with the death consciousness. Okay? Not consciousness follow to next life, only the material phenomena produced by consciousness. Okay?
One thing you mentioned, when a person begins craving 50%,
Yeah.
then 50%
Nibbana. Yeah.
70%, 70% Nibbana.
Yeah, you're.
Nibbana is endless, factors. How can you 50% factors endless?
Oh, actually, this is a metaphor. Sometimes the Buddha used metaphor to explain about Nibbana. As I earlier said that intellect means no beginning. No beginning means no rebirth. For that reason, no death. So death is end. So there's no death in Nibbana. Nibbana is it's just metaphor. So when you attain Nibbana, then you don't have a craving for next existence. If there's no craving, there's no rebirth. If there's no rebirth, no death. Death is the end. Intellect. But here actually, Nibbana can experience only you do not have defilements in your mind. The moment, as I always say, as a Sotapanna, they carry off the wrong view, and also the the rights and rituals. Wrong views about rights and rituals, and also the doubt. For that reason, they can experience Nibbana to some extent. I will use maybe 25% like this, right? Then in the case of one's Ratana, 50%. No Ratana, 75%. Arahant, 100% like this. So that is how much defilement you carry off, then the degree of Nibbana, the bliss of Nibbana will clear to you. Okay? Any question? Okay. Okay.
There is no body that during the rebirth, the material group that arises, there are only 4 types.
Yeah, only 4.
So the next paragraph, why do they still have a physical form of nose, tongue, and body?
Oh, actually, sometimes even though we have ear, some people cannot hear. They have the body. Actually, this one is not a ear sensitivity. Ear sensitivity is inside, somewhere inside. But even though we have this organ, this body, sometimes we can't hear. If there's no ear sensitivity, just like that, some people cannot smell because they lost their nose sensitivity. Even though they have this one, very easy. So actually, the commentary, of course, the commentary said that even though there's no nose sensitivity and tongue sensitivity, body sensitivity, they have body, they have nose and ears, nose and tongue, etc. They have, but they were not experience. Even though you touch the Brahma, they were not experience. sensation. So that is what the commentary said. Okay, thank you. Okay.
Page 257.
Yeah.
Beings that are Brahmas that are reborn in the fine material world. Under section 27, first sentence, it says in the fine material world, the decades of nose, tongue, body, sex are not found. Can you explain why specifically it is the nose, tongue I know because they don't eat, and then why is it that they don't have body, and why is it that they don't have sex?
Okay, it's good. Actually, the commentary of Abhidhamma Sangha for the third chapter explained that the Brahma, they have eye because they to make function of the seeing, and ear, especially to see the Buddha, and to hear the Dhamma, they have eye and ear, right? But they don't have nose sensitivity, and they don't have tongue and body sensitivity. The reason is these three, including sexual phenomena, so these are the object of sensual pleasures. Object of sensual pleasures. As you all know that for those who attain fine material jhana and immaterial jhana, so they have to stay away from sensual pleasures. So for that reason, for those who become Brahma, so they are disgusted regarding with the sensual pleasures. So here, no sensitivity, you smell something, then you eat something, you touch something, and sexual phenomena. So all these four are the object of sensual pleasures. For that reason, the Brahma, no, they don't have such one. But of course, they have the body, not body sensitivity. They have a body, they have a nose, not nose sensitivity. So that is what the commentary explains. Is that question? So, who want to discuss further? Say yeah? Something to say? No. You have something to say? No. Okay. So I think today time is almost up. So next. Okay. Okay.
Not relevant to this topic, but it's one of the previous hours.
Okay.
So yeah, this is not related to class.
Okay.
I just want to know for 8%, right? Do you need to be ministered by a Bhante?
That's the first question.
That's the first question.
Okay.
The second question is, if you give something to the Bhante, must the Bhante touch it, or can you just give it to the Bhante? Because maybe I just don't understand is why the Bhante need to touch it, or maybe you give it when the Bhante is absent. Because the purpose, the objective of giving to the Bhante is for his good welfare. Not so much like whether I want a marriage or not. Anybody that needs that something, you just give it something. You can be indulgence. Yeah. So the thing is, I just want to know these two questions.
Yeah, very good questions. Relevant to our daily life. Our daily life. Number one, the man need to administer 5 precepts, 8 precepts, etc. Actually, no need. Actually, administering or reciting after the pandemic, you promise to do. Today, I keep 5 precepts. I will not kill, I will not steal, etc. That is a form of promise. You come to temple, you promise. Especially in the Buddhist country, they come to temple every full moon, new moon day, and they come to temple. They stay at the temple. So that means to make it serious, If you stay at home, your observance may not be very serious. But by coming and staying at the temple, you're living with the same people who are seriously following and observing precept. The first question, no need to administer, but it is very beautiful tradition. You come to temple and you promise you will keep 5 precepts. But after you keep your promise, breaking the promise is not good. Right? But in other words, if you promise, then you are forced to follow. So you are, I think it's a very beautiful tradition, right? The first one. The second one, donation, regarding with the donation. Yeah. Yeah, you're right. 2 types of Buddhists. I think she seemed to be advanced Buddhist. I would say that we have 2 types of Buddhists, traditional Buddhist, or one who want to be born in the heavenly realm, or human realm, etc. Actually, there are many Buddhists who want to have a good rebirth. It's quite natural. Is nothing wrong with this. For that reason, in the what the Buddha say is, by offering to the Bande with your own hand, and the Bande receive, or anyone, not only the Bande, the parents, even your children, you respectfully give something with your 2 hands, then they receive respectfully. That's beautiful. It creates loving kindness, generosity. Is good, but state of craving for a good rebirth or to get married, it depends on our own, our own attitude, our own state of mind. But of course, the opposite of, by giving with the full of compassion to the receiver. By giving something, the receiver will be very happy and also very useful, beneficial for him. And with that compassion you give, without any, expectation, even expectation to attain, to get good deed. So if you do not expect anything, but of course it's the best. That is called, we have learned in the Soda study class, Chaitalinkara Dana. You decorate your mind. You ornament. You make ornamentation of your mind. So that means generosity is letting go or renunciation. And then the Noble Eightfold Path, the renunciation is one of the right intention. So you renounce something you belong to. Actually, you renounce and you let go. If you can practice with such attitude, that will be the best type of dana. So it will be a support to attain Nibbana. Even you can let go, even you can renounce what you belong to. It's not really easy. But some people give expecting something, just like a popularity, even expecting to gain merit. Expecting to gain merit also may be a type of craving. But if you give, hoping that the receiver will be very beneficial, it will be profitable for him. It will create happiness and welfare for them. Then that is the higher form of dana. That is called the real generosity. Then it is called renunciation or letting go. If you do in such a way many times, then you are loba, getting lesser and lesser. So that is, of course, that is the highest form of dana. But of course, different people have different level of understanding. Some people may give, hoping something, maybe to have a rebirth in the new existence. So the Buddha also said that dana sakasasopana. Dana is staircase, staircase. The dana is staircase to a happy destination. Happy destination. That is for not for advanced Buddhists. That is for normal Buddhists. But of course, dana is a staircase to go to happy destination. So of course, if we do not attain Nibbana, we want to go to happy destinations, right? There is staircase. Through staircase, you can go to happy destination. That is for the normal Buddhist. But of course, if you can practice full of loving kindness, hoping that by virtue of this dana, the receiver who receives this dana may benefit. It will create happiness and welfare. So hoping that such type of hope is not a craving. It is metta or karuna, loving kindness and compassion. So if we give something with such compassion, then such dana it will be very beneficial for the attainment of Nibbana. Even you do not attain in this life, it will be a staircase to go to a happy destination. Yeah. Okay, so I think time is up. Thank you for coming. So next week we will study 7th chapter. Okay. Yo varatam bhavaro manu jesu sakya muni bhagavakata kecho paragato balawiriya samangi Tam sukatam saranatamu pemi Yatawi ragama ninjama sokam Dhamma sankatama patikulam Madhura mimam bhagunam suvipatam Dhamma mimam saranatamu pemi Yatacha dena mahabalamahu Chatusu susisu puri sayugesu Atacha bogala dhammadasate Sangami mansaranatamu pemi Sadhu, sadhu, sadhu. Okay, thank you everyone.